Fools, shoppers got bad news this week when Target announced it had been the victim of a hacking attack on its credit and debit card accounts. Basically, 40 million cardholders, people who shopped at Target, could be at risk. So what can you learn from this, and what does it teach you about being a smarter shopper? My name's Dan Caplinger. I'm the Motley Fool's Director of Investment Planning, and today I want to take a look at this whole Target episode and look at it from the consumer standpoint on how you can better manage your money and your spending to avoid the painful effects that credit card and debit card fraud can bring. And basically, what the biggest lesson that Target's issue has really raised are the differences in the way that fraud is treated between credit cards and debit cards. And basically, the situation with a credit card is just so much more preferable to people who've been victimized who use debit card transactions. The first reason for that's really simple to understand. With a credit card, you have not spent any money when that money's taken into account on your credit card account. By contrast, with a debit card purchase, that money's taken out of your account immediately. And so when you have to dispute a transaction with a credit card, you're not money out of pocket yet. But with a debit card, that money's already missing from your account, and you're going to need to talk to your bank and dispute transactions and try to get your bank to restore that money. It's a much different dynamic and a lot more difficult to handle. In addition, fraud laws covering debit cards aren't nearly as advanced as the similar laws that cover credit cards. And so with a debit card problem, you have to be a lot more diligent in reporting potential fraud right away. The time delays under which certain limits to your liability apply are much shorter for debit cards than they are for credit cards. And so it's definitely something, if you're shopping with a debit card, to keep in mind. Now, keep in mind, most card companies want to encourage both credit card and debit card use. And so a lot of companies will start to apply voluntarily some of the same rules covering credit cards and debit cards alike. For instance, Capital One has told shoppers at Target if they see any sort of fraudulent activity on their accounts, they're going to close those accounts, issue a new account with a different number. Similarly, Chase has said that debit card fraudulent transactions are covered as long as customers are diligent about reporting them. And American Express reminds people that if they are able to get contact information from people, especially when they're traveling in the holidays, it's something that they can actually be in touch with those customers, let them know if they detect fraud even before the customer might ever find out about it. So it's definitely something to keep in mind, but really the lesson to learn here is be smart about how you spend money and be sure that you're diligent about checking your accounts regularly to detect any fraudulent activity. Now, for more on managing your money, your credit card debt, and other financial matters, be sure to stay tuned to Fool.com. Thanks for watching, and Fool on.